Stricker Novi John Deere.
Hello and welcome into 5 on your sideline. I'm Corey Miller. It is a big night for high school hoops and we have lots of Cardinal spring training coverage to get to. But first we have breaking news just in. The Blues have made another trade and this is a big one. The captain is headed to Toronto. The Blues have traded captain Ryan O'Reilly and forward Noah Chari to the Toronto Maple Leafs in exchange for a first-round, second-round, and third-round pick in the NHL draft, along with 2 forwards from Toronto. O'Reilly had been with the Blues since the 2018-2019 season, where he was the MVP of the team's Stanley Cup run, hoisting the Conn Smythe Trophy. More on this big trade coming tomorrow. Right now, let's get to the high school highlights. Game of the night, 1-loss Kirkwood at Eureka. The Wildcats are patient, and they're very patient, and they're still patient, trying to find something. And William Sturgill says, I'm just going to do it myself. He connects on the pretty floater for 2. Later on, it's Kirkwood's Creighton Wise. He's used to making highlights on the football field for Kirkwood. Getting the steal there, finishes it off on the other end for 2. Play of the night coming up, maybe the play of the year. 0.4 seconds on the clock. Eureka inbounds to Nate Dorner, and he sinks the buzzer beater. Wildcats win 47-46. That video comes from Brett Pearson. Let's see it again. Wild victory for Eureka. Chaminade at DeSmet. Spartan legend and current Memphis Grizzlies assistant Blake Ahern in the house tonight. Check out this passing from Chaminade. No-look passes down to Ben Winker. That's 2 no-look passes. He's in the paint. He finishes it off. Later on, it's the Spartan star, Justin Duff. He gets the finish on the fast break. This guy was on fire from deep early in this one. This is Chaminade's Colin Keller. Hits that one from the corner. Go back to DeSmet. They can shoot it from deep, too. Connor Sullivan buries the 3. That's up top for the Spartans. Good for 3 points. But the Red Devils had the road dub on their minds tonight. Man, that is a tough and one for B.J. Ward. Chaminade wins 69-50 on the road against their rivals from DeSmet. Vianney on the road as well at SLU tonight in another MCC battle. And if you've got 7'3" Simon Guy on your team, this is what we call a high percentage look. That's good for 2. Aaron Walker Jr. going to do it the hard way. He's not 7'3". Nice finish from the young fella. And oh man, were the Griffins money from 3 tonight. Let's check out 3 of them. First, Luke Walsh, hand in his face. No problem. And it's Charlie Spoonhour from way downtown. And finally, Eddie Smajic. A little shimmy in the corner for a triple of his own. Vianney goes on the road. They beat SLU 57-50. Webster Groves on the road at Marquette, tuning up for the postseason. RJ Trevino going to kick things off with a triple for the Statesman. And check this out by Marquette, a passing clinic. Everybody touches the ball off this inbounds pass as Jack Albrand ends up being the one getting the finish in the paint. Let's stay with the Stangs. Some more great passing. Owen Walter's going to finish this one off the nice pass. Statemen were too good tonight, though. This is C.J. Lang. Pass fake, slick, spot-up jumper himself. Webster Groves beats Marquette 57-38. Let's go to Collinsville. K-Hawks in the midst of another good season, hosting Alton tonight. Let's give the big fella some love. This is going to be Zach Chambers finishing in the paint. Powers his way in. That worked so well. We're going to see it again. Chambers in the paint, going to work against Alton. He's a load down there. Collinsville can run, too. Here comes Jake Wilkinson. Head of steam. He gets to the bucket for 2 points. But I told you this was a big fella highlight, so we're going back to Chambers again, doing some more work down in the paint. Collinsville wins big, 83-55 over Alton. K-Hawks finish the season 20-11. Well, on the basketball court, having a deep bench can put your team a step ahead of the opponent. Whitfield hasn't had that luxury this season, not even close. With photographer Randy Schwenker, Frank Cusimano has the story.
You are looking at the only basketball coach in town who can't substitute.
Well, I thought I'd seen it all.
This is how a normal basketball team looks during the national anthem. A full squad, Koryezu, 12 players. This is Whitfield. Let's see, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players?
Playing a game every day, like with just us 5, is just like, it's unreal. Because nothing's ever like happened before like this.
This is Chris Ellis. He's been coaching basketball for 40 years, 24 on the high school level with almost 700 wins. He took over this year at Whitfield, but because of some transferring and some burnout, Whitfield was down to 4 players. So they shut down the season for 41 days until they found a 5th player. She is Caroline Dowhoff.
Okay, Caroline, you're going to go this way.
How much organized basketball have you played in your life?
Well, before this, 0.
She's coming along, and Monday night she had 7 points, including a three-pointer.
Yes, the amazing thing about this Fab Five is they're winning games. Whitfield has been victorious in 4 of their last 5. But one night, the lack of players got the better of them. There was an injury and 2 fouled out. So you're looking at video of Whitfield playing a 2-on-5 against Nerix Hall.
At a minute and 11 seconds, we were still up 2.
With your 2-on-5?
With our 2-on-5, and they ended up winning by 4.
And you felt after the game like?
I cried, because the effort was so great.
And the bonding with this small group is ever so strong.
We understand that we only have each other. You know, it's not like we understand that we have to trust one another.
And because of that trust and talent, like T.T. Nelson, who's averaging 20 points a game, Whitfield believes they can win the district.
With great kids, you have high expectations. Great kids meet those expectations. So our expectations have not changed. We still expect to put a good product on the floor, compete, and do the best that we can. And these kids have done that.
We spotlight young high school talent all the time on 5 on Your Sideline. Tonight we're doing the same thing from Cardinal Spring Training Camp. We're talking top prospects coming up next. Well, for the past 4 days, I've been perfecting my sunburn and running around Cardinals camp in Jupiter. Every year, one of the most exciting parts about spring training is getting a look at the future of the franchise. The Cardinals' future is a bright one, with 5 prospects in MLB.com's top 100. I sat down with the young trio of 20-year-olds from the 2020 draft, outfielder Jordan Walker, pitcher Tink Hence, and shortstop Mason Wynn, to talk about their big league dreams.
I am really impressed with the Cardinals. All their fielders are elite. You know, I've got to see Lars Newbar hit, Juan Yepes, Donovan, and even Arenado a little bit hit and things like that. I am really impressed with how they go about their business and everything. So yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough spot to make for sure, because these guys are really, really talented. But honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way. I want our team to win. I'm glad we have so many good players on our organization. So man, it's a really good spot to be in for sure. I always want to think I have a chance, and I really do trust the Cardinals organization with their decisions and everything. And I know they do things for a reason. And they've made some really smart choices. So, you know, all I can do is play well, and whatever happens, happens. But I am very excited for this opportunity for sure, and I'm going to obviously do my best for sure.
I think I've asked you this the other 2 times I've interviewed you, but now you're closer than ever. Just visualizing yourself at Busch Stadium, stepping in the batter's box, just how often do you think about it?
All the time, all the time. Dream about it, thought about it ever since I got drafted. As I said, it's my goal to get to the big league, so obviously I'm going to think about it a lot. So it's been on my mind quite a bit, and you know, there's a lot of work to get there, but I'm ready to do it for sure.
You struck out 81 guys in 52 innings last year. That's not something everybody can do in baseball. Just how would you describe your style on the mound?
I say first I'm a competitor, so I'm going to compete regardless of if I had this fastball, this off speed, whatever. So just being able to have a couple plus pitches to go along, you know, with the confidence and the mentality, I feel like nothing could stop me. So just really just going out there and trying to get better. Each game I was just figuring out more and more about myself, more about my pitches. So just trying to get better every day, each day.
Ecstatic to still be a Cardinal. I mean, especially after the last few trade deadlines that have gone down. I mean, there's been a lot of pretty big name shortstops up there. So, you know, it gives me a lot of confidence that the org has a lot of confidence in me. So I think we have a good chance to be something crazy. I mean, especially Burleson as well. But, you know, me, Tink, and Jordan, I mean, that's a nice core. I really think that's a really good core to build around. And I think, you know, us coming up together is going to be huge.
The countdown is on. City SC kickoff is right around the corner. They had some big news today and a big name in town. That's up next.
This 5 on Your Side St. Louis City SC coverage is sponsored by Together Credit Union.
City SC unveiled their Spirit kits today that they'll wear on the road in their inaugural season. Believe it or not, that inaugural season is just about a week away. The home opener at City Park is on March 4th, and one of the biggest soccer names in town knows that day will be filled with emotions.
I'll be shocked if I don't get choked up. I'll be shocked if there isn't a moment where I look around on that home opener and I see exactly what I thought I dreamt. And the fact that tangibly, I'm going to say it, they actually pulled it off. I would be stunned if I'm not choked up on that opening day.
Tomorrow, a huge day in St. Louis sports. We got lots of college basketball. We knew we were going to have that. We got the Blues. We knew we were going to have that. We didn't know we were going to have to talk about this Ryan O'Reilly trade to Toronto. We'll break it all down tomorrow because there is a lot to break down. That will do it for 5 on Your Sideline tonight. I am Corey Miller. Have a great night, St. Louis.